Okay, good evening, traders. Today is December 5th, 2023. My name is John Kerrigan. We're going to do the BYOB Market Wrap Up. Let's go look at some charts for today. All right, let's take this down, blow this up, pick up the SPY. All right, so I've been selling bear call spread it creds, bear call credit spreads up in this box up here. All right, right along there. Each day I've been adding one or two, and I'm working them out like 7 days. So what we got for the SPY today, let's look at the daily candle. We got a lower high, and we have a lower close than the day before. But today's low was 454.87. Yesterday's low was 454.34. So we got a higher low and a lower high for today. Still stuck on that weekly downtrend line right there. So they're still stuck on the top side. Now, the more they hang out up there over that line, kind of shows me that there's probably going to go visit the top side of this channel. So we'll see how long they're going to hang out over that weekly downtrend line. So SPY still in an uptrend because we got a high here and a higher high. All right, but I'm noticing up here we have sellers. I don't know how long those sellers are going to hang around there. Okay, so we had sellers here and we gapped down. Sellers yesterday and we came in. And we had some sellers there today. But let me just say the bulls were pretty much, grinding up over the VWAP line, trying to get through this open gap. Now, on one hand, I want to say that failure to fill the gap is not a very good sign for the bulls. There's nothing here to prevent them from filling the gap. There's no pivots that would stop them. So failing to fill this gap kind of tells me they're coming back under this weekly downtrend line. We'll see what happens. Now, they failed to make a higher high today, but they also failed to make the lower low just as well. So it was chop, chop, chop all day long. That's all we had. If we go look at our T2122, it's a 15-minute chart. You can see we fell out of the overbought zone right into the bull side of the chop zone. So not too bad there. Now you notice the bears were able to make the the lower high and the lower low. And then they produced also another lower high. They're still working on that lower low. So we'll see what happens tomorrow morning if they're able to complete the next lower low down, maybe to the midpoint, which is 50. We'll see what happens. T2123 was green all day until the very end. And I can see trend indicator was closing in on price action. Price was not closing in on the trend indicator. The trend indicator was closing in on the price action. And you can see they burned the last two candles right there. So they're red. On the T2123 3-bar chart, still got quite a bit of space up here over the trend indicator. So they're doing well, but trend indicator's catching up. And I don't see price running away. And we do have a falling 200 SMA right there. They have made it over it. I don't know how long they can hold over this or, hold over this support area, which is 62.6532. Those numbers are so small I can't see them. So we'll go look at FNGU. Still nice job for the market right there with that space. And you got that green trend indicator there. Okay, FNGU had a nice rally in the morning and then faded the rest of the day right there. Then it turned into red, green chop. which pretty much is what you see in here. We're in the chop zone. And then they managed to finish out the last part of the day green. Couldn't make the higher high. They made the higher low, but they failed to make the higher high. So we'll see what happens tomorrow morning if they're able to make it back up to the, the flat 200 over here, or if they're going to fade again some more underneath the opening print, which looks like it's about 190 right there. So let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ, let's look at the daily candle. All right, so here's QQQ. Yesterday's candle, you can see, was almost all tail. So nice job on the QQQ today, making a higher low and a higher high, but still trapped underneath the 3/8 trap up there. So that's still good. They're keeping the trend indicator green. So you can see QQQ just consolidating here. Just buying up the shares that people are selling. So there's QQQ. FNGU, you saw most of that earlier. So here's FNGU, wound up putting in a green day with a higher low and a higher high. Still couldn't close over the 17 EMA there, so we still have another trend indicator, another red dot for the trend indicator on the FNGU for the daily candle. Now QQQ, SPY, and FNGU still in daily uptrends. So we got a lower high here, and we made the higher high. So there's FNGU. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Okay, here's Diamond Dow putting in almost yet again another inside day to the inside day. So Diamond Dow putting in almost a double inside day here. And if you look at Diamond Dow, it made a slightly lower low and a lower high. It just barely lower low, but you get a lower high. Still consolidating up here over the 360 level. Now keep in mind, Diamond Dow is making new highs for the year here. Those were the previous highs for August. You can see Diamond Dow now making new higher highs for the year. So got a nice move up. I think it pauses, maybe consolidates, maybe they can J-hook, maybe a pull back to support, minor support, and then they can J-hook off of it. We'll see. So there's Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM putting in an inside day, red candle, kind of gapped up and faded down. So you got lower high and a higher low right there. Still in an uptrend. Here's the higher low here, making a higher high. So you can see right there's a box right there, probably the pullback box right through there on IWM. Let's take a look at, let's see, we did them all. Let's take a look at IYT. Okay, IYT putting in that topping wick candle yesterday, having a little pullback here. That's normal. So we got a lower high and a lower low. So it's back towards the T line right now. Still bullish. Still bullish because we got a high right here and it's made a higher high. So still bullish at this time. Probably just needs to consolidate a little bit more. So there's IYT. Let me just say all the sectors are looking good. All right. So here's SMH. You can see SMH. Here's the last high. Got a lower high. We made a higher high. So that puts it in a daily uptrend. So SMH pulled back to, you can see the minor support right here. And you can see some right here as well. So you got minor support there and there. All right. So bouncing off of some minor support. Looks like SMH is consolidating here up over the 157 level. Still in an uptrend right there on SMH. XLF, oh my gosh, finally puts in a red day after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 green days in a row. It finally puts in a red candle. So we have a lower high and a lower low on XLF. Still very, very much bullish. Here's the last high, making a higher high right there. Okay, so you want to look at cost. All right, Costco is bullish right there. You got a higher low. See that pullback to minor support right there. You got these bottom tails, and then you can actually see the ascending tail pattern, and then you got the blast off. All right, and then you got a pullback right there to the T line or the trend indicator, and then you got another blast off. So Costco's looking good. You're just dealing with prior highs. It's up to you whether you want to keep playing it bullish. It is very bullish, attacking those highs like that. So I would look for this to continue to make higher highs on Costco. I just want to see if it did when they're making new highs like this, I look for the birthday trade. And the birthday trade goes when they make a base and they break out, they come back to the base, and then they go twice as high. So watch for that base in Costco. You could see that birthday trade break out. That's a really nice trade because that's one of the ones I go 100% on. NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA, let's take a look at it on the daily chart. All right, it's just hit resistance. That's that 500 resistance, and it's bouncing back, and it's still bullish. It's still just hanging out here. If you look at the quad lines, all right, you can see it bounced off of the midpoint today. All right, it's making equal highs. It's still bullish. It's just consolidating here right now, and it may consolidate, Robert, between 400 and 500 for maybe another month or two before finally breaking out. But you'll know when it's ready to break out because it'll start pushing up against that 500 number with higher lows. You'll see it just start grinding up against it and getting ready to pop through. But that's going to be stuck in probably this area here. You can see the pop back to the midpoint. Now you want it to come all the way back up here and challenge the 500. So you got a 10-minute uptrend right there. You can stay in that until the 15-minute breaks right there. Okay. All right, traders, that's it for the markets today. I'll take a look at, no, that's it. All right. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here.